Now, I'm aware that some international nurses didn't do midwifery back home in Nigeria, but you're seeking to cross to be a midwife in the UK. This is not as hard as it seems to. There are two major ways which you can do this. One is the accelerated course, and the other is the trust funded. Okay, for the accelerated course, you have to go through NHS Course Finder and follow the steps that I will be showing you in the video. Hi guys, this is Succinct Jumi. Welcome to my channel again, and in today's video I will be talking to international nurses working in the UK. For those seeking to cross from nursing to midwifery, grab a seat. This video is for you. I came into the UK in 2021 as a registered nurse, and now I am currently working as a registered midwife. How did I do this? Crossing from nursing to midwifery is not as difficult. As a matter of fact, it's one of the simplest things to do in the UK. So late in 2021, I think in December, the NMC sent out the circular saying overseas nurses can now add additional qualifications to their RN in the UK, right? Since I heard that, I jumped on the opportunity because, guys, I'm a midwife. I think I'm a midwife at heart. Yeah, I'm a midwife at heart, and when I was coming to the UK, I was looking for opportunity to come as a midwife. But when I was planning to move from Nigeria, there was no sponsorship for midwives then, so I had to come via the nursing route. Okay, and on getting to the UK, hearing this news, it was a very good one for me, so I grabbed the opportunity. And by October 2022, I already started my journey into midwifery. Now follow me in this video as I mention the step-by-step process of what I did, how I went about crossing from nursing to midwifery in the UK. I want to believe you're already practicing in the UK as a registered nurse. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using my NMC online account. So you log into your page, and then it takes you to your account. So you can see my registered midwife qualification and my registered adult nurse qualifications are active. So you go to the top right hand corner of your device, you click on the three dots and click on the registration, my registration. It brings a drop down. You scroll up to the last and you see add an overseas qualification. Click on that. So guys, this is the point where I would advise you count your costs before you proceed, before you start the application at all, okay? So you can see the subsequent registration guidelines highlighted in red or in pink. Click on that. It takes you to an entirely different page. So this page gives an overview of everything you need to know before you commence your registration. As you can see, it's divided into three major steps, but then I would say 4 steps. One being the complete eligibility and qualification application. The second one would be the test of competence. The third one would be the complete subsequent registration application. And then the last one for me would be evaluating your application. So the first step tells you, if you click on each of the underlined sentences, it shows you what certificates, the documents, the proof of identification you are needed to submit to proceed with the registration. Okay, and if you look at the fourth point, it tells you you're going to pay a non-refundable £140 fee. If you remember, when you did your nursing application, when you started your nursing application, you actually paid for this £140, which was non-refundable. It's also the same thing, adding another qualification. So if you wish to add 3, 4 or 5 qualification, then be ready to pay £140 as many times as possible. So after this fee has been paid, what you need to do is to apply for your verification in your own country. It doesn't matter where country you're from, be it Nigeria, Congo, Ghana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Jamaica, whatever country you're from. The next thing is to apply for your verification. So at this point, you can track your verification on your NMC online. You see, it says tracking your application status. So you can track your status to know if you have been verified or not. After you've been verified, you're going to have a tick, just the way you applied when you were doing your nursing registration. You're going to see a tick that you've been verified, and subsequently you get a message, you get an email rather, from Pearson VUE stating that you can now take the test of competence, which is also known as the CBT. As just as nursing has their own CBT, midwifery also has their own CBT, and same goes to other specialty of nursing. They have their own CBT. CBT, by the way, is computer-based test, also known as the test of competence. Now, the test of competence is divided into two, which is the CBT and the OSCE. The CBT is the computer-based test, and the OSCE is the practical one, which you do, which has 10 stations now. Initially it was 6 stations, but now it's 10 stations. I also did the 10 stations anyway. So you've got preparation materials, you could download that, prepare for it, and every other information you need about the CBT and the OSCE, everything is written here. For the CBT, you could prepare on your own, get the multiple choice question, you could get them on the Pearson VUE. When they send you an email, they're also going to send you a link which you could get questions to practice with. So the CBT is much easier to tackle. But then to the OSCE, I would advise you to get a physical trainer, someone who is able to put you through the stations practically, because this is quite a dicey one. As it is now 10 stations, it is not a joke at all. I'm not going to lie to you. Another thing you could do to get trained for the OSCE is to liaise with your trust. Find out if they are recruiting international midwives. They could get you to be amongst the international midwives that would be trained for OSCE. So you have to create time for that. If you need to get a study leave, or you need to go for the OSCE training during your annual leave, just find a suitable time for you and join the OSCE classes. That's a win-win, because you get trained from the trust and you also save some pounds for yourself. Okay, once you've passed both the CBT and the OSCE, you can proceed to complete your registration, which you have started before. So this is when you provide your health and character information, provide your English language evidence. Now this is the dicey one. You may start thinking, because I get this question a lot, if you're required to take another IELTS or OET or any other test of English you might have used, you might be thinking you need to take that again if it has expired. But I'm here to give you good news. You do not need to take a new test of English, provided you've lived in the UK 1 year post-PIN. Okay, 1 year post-PIN. This means since you got your PIN as a registered nurse, you've lived in the UK 1 year after that. Okay, so if you're in this situation, when you need to enter your evidence for English language, what you need to do is not to enter IELTS or OET. Just choose other option, suitable for your situation. All right, so after you've done that, you confirm your scope of practice and professional indemnity, and then you pay subsequent registration fee, which is the refundable £23. Yay! You only get this refund if you have decided, oh, I can't continue this process again, probably because you do not have the mental strength, or you do not have the financial strength, or you do not see yourself practicing again as a midwife. Maybe you've now fallen in love with nursing practice, so you can decide, I'm not doing this again, and then they refund you. You cancel your application and then they refund you your £23, but the initial £140 is non-refundable, as we have agreed. Okay, so now the final step is to evaluate your application. This is not to be done by you. This is to be done by the Nursing and Midwifery Council UK, the NMC UK. So they evaluate you, they see, oh, she's suitable to practice. Okay, everything is on point. At this point, you do not need to do anything. It is left for NMC UK to decide whether they are happy with you to be a midwife or not. All you need to do is just wait, sit back, keep monitoring your NMC page, wait until they've added your registered midwife with a green tick. Okay, so you do not need an extra pin. It is still your NMC, it is still your RN pin, the registered nurse pin, which you have had, that is going to be upgraded or updated to also be your registered midwife's pin. So it's still the same pin. You could have a different revalidation date for both NMC, for both RN and RN, but then it is still the same pin. So having read all the steps and you've understood and you've gotten your documents ready, you're prepared, you feel yes, you're ready to proceed in this course, then you go back to where we're coming from, you click on next, and then you start your registration. Bear in mind that because I am using my NMC account, I may not be able to proceed at some point. So now you want to register as a midwife, you click on the box, I want to register as a midwife, and then you click on yes, I have understood and the application and information. This is just like taking consent. And then you click on next, and then you select your country of nationality. Of course, I'm Nigerian. I'm going to click on Nigeria, and then country where you trained. Of course, I trained in Nigeria. I'm going to click on Nigeria, and then you can now proceed with your application for registration. You click on next, and then it's going to bring you a summary for each page which you have clicked. You're going to get a summary of each page before you proceed. Okay, it's just trying to notify you if all the details you've entered are correct. All right, so you click again, I have understood, yes, everything you clicked is right, and then you go to next, you click on that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to proceed with this application because I've already been registered as a midwife with NMC. So if you are registering newly, you're going to get the prompts. Everything we've discussed earlier is going to take you through those pages step by step, and you will be able to continue. Just use everything I've explained in this video, and I promise you, you will not be stuck. Everything in this video is DIY. Do it yourself. You do not need any agency. You do not need any help. Just do it. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your laptop. You can do it anywhere in the bus, anywhere you find yourself. It is DIY. So now I'm going to be canceling this application because of course this is not for me. Now I'm aware that some international nurses didn't do midwifery back home in Nigeria, so but you're seeking to cross to be a midwife in the UK. This is not as hard as it seems to. There are two major ways which you can do this. One is the accelerated course and the other is the trust funded. Okay, for the accelerated course you have to go through NHS course finder and follow the steps that I will be showing you in the video. Another way to become a midwife in the UK is by going to Google and type NHS course finder. For the purpose of this video, we'll be focusing on midwifery. Okay, so now you click on NHS course finder and it takes you to a new page. On this page, you click on midwifery as the course you want to search for. If you are in whatever region you are, if you're in the east, south, west, whatever, and whatever qualification you're looking for, you enter that. Now, it is nobody to know that as a diploma nurse from your home country, you should apply as an undergraduate. And if you've got any sort of degree from your home country, either as a nurse or as a physiotherapist, as a nutritionist, dietitian, whatever course you've had your degree in back home, you should apply for this midwifery course as a postgraduate or accelerated program level. Okay, the postgraduate program is about 2 years equivalent of master's certificate, and then the accelerated program is just for about 18 months, but this also differs from trust to trust. Okay, then the next thing is to choose whether you want to go for full-time, part-time, in-service, or distant learning, which could be online. So for most people in the UK, I know most people go for distant learning or online learning. After you've chosen that option, then you search. So for now, it's telling me there are no results matching my search. This is because I haven't chosen anything in the region. You have to choose region applicable to you. So when any region you click, you can search through and it's going to bring a number of options for you. And these are some of the closest results I could get, as you can see. Most of them are full-time. Note that if you will be going through this route, you would be self-sponsoring yourself, and this will lead me to talk about the third process I know, which is the trust funding process. Now to the third way, which is the trust funded. Okay, so we have various trusts that are seeking for international nurses and sponsoring them to become a midwife. For instance, my trust started this last year. I'm aware that Birmingham also is doing something similar. I'm not really sure the trusts that are doing this, but you can find out from your trust. You can send a message to the HR. You can go to your maternity department just to find out if this is going on, okay? But in my trust, it started late last year. They were seeking for nurses, international nurses who are looking to becoming a midwife in the UK. So they sponsored them. The entry started late last year, and my trust is willing to sponsor them to become a midwife. If you've got your BSc from Nigeria, then doing this course, you're going to do it at the master's level, okay? That is the postgraduate level. But if you've got just your diploma from Nigeria and you're crossing over, you're going to be sponsored at the undergraduate level. And this course takes about 2 years for my trust. So during this course of sponsorship with the trust, you will be working as a band 5 midwife. You would be paid as a band 5 midwife, irrespective of your band. Even if you're a band 6 from nursing and you want to cross, you will come as a band 5 midwife. And after the completion of your 2-year course, 2-year midwifery course, then you become a band 6 midwife. Okay. This is a good opportunity. If you ask me, it's quite a juicy offer. You don't have to worry about funding. You do not have to worry about any school fees payment because the trust is sponsoring you. At the end of the day, you get to work for the trust as a midwife, which is a win-win if you ask me, especially when you really want a career in midwifery. If you watched this video to this point, thank you for keeping on to the end. And this brings us to the end of the video. Do subscribe so you can get much more valuable content from me. Bye.